Hi there, it's Kat. I, sorry, I had this beginning in mind, and these two doves just flew in, and they've been here daily. And anyway, they came in just as I hit the play and record button, and they're here for us, I think. So hi, I'm Kat. I'm on Long Island, New York, and I woke up with something. So I tried to formulate it in a way that I could easily explain. And then you start talking and things just go where they go, so I'm gonna go with that. But outside, and it is muggy. It was raining all day. It was just a beautiful, slow, steady, cleansing rain, very peaceful. And I thought that'd be a good opportunity, plus what I woke up with this morning, to share with you, and also basically share some instructions that I've received, that I continue to receive, confirmation of, and people, surroundings, posts, etc. It is coming through in dreams. It's coming through, like this morning I woke up with something, and literally in dream, and continued in it while waking. And I knew a lot of things in that moment, but things that a lot of us know about ourselves, that random things that we look at individually, but yet we don't really, we may see a connection here and there, but don't really get the full scope of it until we're looking back in hindsight, and when the time is now. So now is the time. I'm looking back, and now I get it. And I know a lot of us are like that, and I know that now is the time specifically. Let's move into the why I'm putting this post out. I know a lot of us are actively, there's crazy chaos and world situations out there, and a lot of us are actively, whether healers or just loving, open-hearted people, we are actively praying and sending love out, radiating love to people, to situations, to towns, to wherever we feel is needed, to our loved ones, ourselves, and for whatever our purpose in sending healing is, that's great. For me, if you know me at all, if you personally know me or have followed me on any of my media, you may understand that I get a lot of peace and healing and connection through nature and the four elements. This is a very healing and beneficial thing for me. It's a necessary thing for me, especially in challenging times. And I guess I'll leave it at that. So a lot of my life has been about balance. I'm a Libra also, that kind of makes sense. Finding the balance, maintaining the balance, losing my balance, finding a new balance. And I'm an indigo child, so I kind of feel like us indigos are here as activists and way showers, and kind of we're the ones that have been butting our heads against the system, trying to figure it all out and pave the way, and we have been frustrated and thwarted for a large majority of our lifetime. And with that, maybe we've seen a little more of as far as things and learning, education, it's like sponges and just gathering info and as much as possible, and learning and honing in on things like with a passion, and then moving to the next thing. It's like we're collecting. But with people, relationships, jobs, maybe, that it's kind of more about letting go, overcoming and learning what's not for us in those particular circumstances. I know a lot of us are, with that. So, sorry, I wrote myself some notes so I can try to stay on track, because I tend to go, So, many years ago, I was divinely guided to create a special oil, and I was also gifted a verse with which to anoint myself with the oil and the verse every morning, which I do still. And over the years, other divine beings, it was first brought into me by Jesus and the golden light. And over the years, other beings have come in and joined in and added their ray and energy, and sometimes it's specific to the day or the energy that is presenting in the moment, world events, etc. So I have, from the golden light, I have Christ, I have Mother Mary and her compassionate blue light, and I have the, followed by the violet flame of healing and transformation. And again, it depends on the energy of the day. Every step of the way, no matter who joined in, like those three are every single day. And as it is spoken every day, for me, it's just an immediate and full connection. I mean, very potent and powerful for me. This works for me. We'll get to the point of that. I know you're probably on that already. So each day, other beings, light entities, rays, elements, whatever, may come in and share with me what they're here for, and also the recipients of the prayers of that day. Because as I anchor this and anoint myself, I anchor it through me, in me, and into the earth realms deep, and fully attached. And then bring it up again through me, always through the heart, and basically showered and rained gently down upon all else, all people, situations, etc. Plant, animal, mineral, doesn't matter. And so whichever beings or energies show up that day, basically tell me what to speak. My speak changes and is just intuitive and doesn't have a script, but I feel it, I know it, and so when I anchor in me and through me, I'm not only healing and cleansing me and refilling myself, which is needed, but in the anchoring and then bringing it back up and sharing it through the earth, through the ethers, whichever, wherever, it is reaching the many, whoever they have me send it to that day. And I feel very blessed and like I'm doing a great service. Nobody's known about this all these years. Very few people have known about this all these years, and that doesn't matter to me. But this is why I'm speaking to you now. this is a call for action. It's a call for action to have as many people join in this as possible. And you don't necessarily need, you don't need my verse, you don't need my oil, you don't need to do it in any way, shape, or form that I do it in or suggest anybody do it in. But it's important that we do it, is the main thing. So I'm going to share with you some of the visions that I've been seeing, and maybe hopefully people wherever you are across the globe, local to me or not, healer or not, I think we're all healers, but whether you consider yourself a healer or have formal training, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter either. It's about your heart. It's about your intentions. It's about the love that you're sharing. It's about cleansing yourself first. So with that, I have visions of groups and of us in line at the water's edge, working silently, together or apart, doesn't matter. We're like in a line at the coastline, at the beach. We are every 10-20 feet down the beach from each other, or we're in a group and, you know, standing together, but we're silent. I think it's important that we stay in our own sovereignty here, that we do what's comfortable for us, how we connect and how we fully get into our power for ourselves, not being led by anybody else, not, you know, sometimes, I don't know if you've ever been in a group where you're like really feeling the flow, and then somebody else says something that brings it to a different place, and you know, that's not a bad thing. It's just, I think the importance is to stay in your own power, stay in your own sovereignty, to send out your particular and unique qualities and aspects of love and healing, and, you know, radiate to any group, every group, the earth. This is important for the earth. It's important for the water. I didn't actually say that before. When Mary came in, it was really important. This was a few years ago. It was really important that I added healing of the water to my morning intentions and prayers. And this doesn't just include waters of the earth. This includes my waters, the waters of people, in general. The, you know, we're made up of water, and we, when you add love to water, it is proven. Dr. Masaru Emoto has proven that that energy changes the molecules and structures of water and how it grows. It either goes black and molds and withers and or it thrives and it's beautiful, and it's just, you know, it makes a difference. The energy we put into everything, whether we're gardening, speaking, thinking, eating, growing, communicating, everything, listening, love and intentions, that is the key. So the more we add in a positive sense to any given situation, person, event, whatever, is beneficial. And water specifically, it was like, and I know each of us have specific areas that we feel drawn to. So I say work with the area that you feel drawn to, and water happens to be something I was specifically told to do every single day. So I will continue with that, and, you know, have a very wide connection with the earth, the trees, flowers, gardens, the air. I see molecules, and I've been cloud scrying since I'm, you know, as small as I could remember. And I just lost my, sorry. That's me. Crystals too. I am like that. I'm a little bit flaky, sorry. So back to where the importance of our own sovereignty, the importance of doing it, empowering ourselves in a way that we are comfortable with, that we feel we can connect strongest with our own inner strength and power, and who we call in, and how we call them in. That's up to you. It's not for anybody to dictate, but I see us working together collectively. And again, whether we're spread down the beach, whether I'm here on Long Island and you're in Australia, doesn't matter. It is all of benefit, and it is being requested, and with urgency, and with blessings, and with great thanks. So I see us in forests, I see us in fields, I see us on mountains and in valleys, I see us in daytime, nighttime, by the fire, working in our gardens with our hands in the dirt. This is all, and again, whether we can join a group, I think groups are very potent and powerful and the most beneficial at this time. I think they've always just added a level more powerful. But even if if you can't get out, if you just don't want to because of the situation around you, whatever it is, that's fine. Add from wherever you are. Go to your backyard. Put your feet in the grass. That's one of my famous statements, is to just sit with the trees, or put your feet in the grass, or look up the clouds. Whatever. If you look up and see a branch of a tree waving, you zone. You get into the flow of nature, the frequency of nature, and the peace that it brings is just one aspect. But from there, the love that you can share, the healing, and the community. We're talking unity here, so that's important. And with ley lines and geographic vortices being extraordinarily powerful. If you are near any particularly powerful and potent locations on the earth, bring a group. Send me a ticket. I'll be there. So what else? I think I pretty much covered everything. Basically, just to recap, if I didn't cover it all, we would be gathering our own energy. We are gathering energy for ourselves in a way that is most beneficial to ourselves, clearing ourselves, and then anchoring above and below. So I always, however you do it, but I always draw in from above, anchor it below, and then bring it back up and spread from there. So we're always connecting and anchored strong. If you feel the need for protection, go ahead. I am a big fan of protection if you feel you need it. I happen to know my presence, and I'm covered. But that doesn't mean that I don't protect myself when I feel the urge to. Sometimes those days, like I say, the speech that comes out, the feeling, some days it is called for. So I honor that and I speak it. So we're doing ourselves, clearing ourselves, anchoring, and then calling in our benevolent ones to work through us, bringing in the healing and the light. And again, who we call and how we call, that's completely up to each of us. I feel this is absolutely my way, but I have felt that it is the community work for a very long time, for many, many years. And I also know recently, in the last, it's been coming for at least 2 years now, but absolutely since the end of last year, the time is now. That just keeps ringing. Time is now. So I do this actively every single day, wherever I am. I try to get out to, beaches and forests and paths and you know, with people, working together, or on my own every day, but I try to get out there as often as I can. And that's the call for you to do the same if you can from wherever you are. And if you are able to gather friends, family, loved ones, children, every energy is helpful here. And bring them, whether you're in your backyard, but you know, bring them to meet up. Meet up at a beach, meet up at a local park, find yourself looking at some trees somewhere, you know, whatever it is going to help. And I think that's it. Oh, and the gardens, you know, I'm a garden lover. I grow my own food. I have little space, you know, that I consider my peaceful little corner of the world, but it is lush and green, and I put my energy into it wholeheartedly, and I am blessed to have it. And you know, so if all you have is a little corner of your own little world, do it there. And I thank you. I thank you all. I love you all, and I look forward to you know, kind of meeting you out there somewhere. Thank you.